Yo, what's going on, guys? Doug Censor Martin here. Hope you guys are having a great day. And today I'm going to tell you guys the story of the scariest moment of my life, where I got Marilyn pregnant. But full disclosure before we get into the video, guys, this video is sponsored by Infinity Kingdom. I'm going to get a little bit more into that later on in the video, but let's get started.
May 1st, 2019, 4:25 p.m. This picture right here was taken moments before the doctor walked in and told us that we were pregnant. Everything happened so fast and I had no idea what was about to go down at this very moment in time. But all I knew is that I had my baby next to me, and whatever was about to happen, I just knew I was going to be doing it with my best friend. Yo, what's up, guys? So today I'm gonna tell you about this time that doctor told Marilyn and I that she's pregnant. Now, this is something that obviously happened 2 years ago, almost a year and a half ago now. And this was the point in the relationship when Marilyn and I never did anything on social media. She wasn't included in social media. She wasn't in any photos on social media with me. None of you guys knew who she was, but we were dating for almost a year at this point now. And it's one of those things that just happened so shockingly and like so out of the blue, and it just caught us completely by surprise. And we didn't have any plans on having a baby. We just started dating. It was our first year of our relationship. You know, I was 24 and I believe she was 23. So we had no idea what was about to happen. So this particular moment for both of us was like a holy shit. So I think it's only right that we talk about this over some Call of Duty gameplay and just have a little Call of Duty Cutcom story time like we used to do all the time in the past. But before we get into that, guys, I just want to let you all know that this video is sponsored by Infinity Kingdom. Infinity Kingdom is a cartoon-style MMO strategy game. The game presents a massive world where brave players summon immortals and legends from history to help take over and occupy as many cities as possible in order to expand their kingdom. The world has 100 cities stretching across rainforests, deserts, and snowy plateaus. Your goal is to move to different locations to conquer cities anytime, anywhere, using whatever strategies you want. Conquering the biggest city, the world heart, is the common final goal. Infinity Kingdom is simple and easy to start, and the City Siege feature provides thrilling battle experience. My favorite thing is that there's not one specific way to win in a battle. There's a bunch of different tactics and strategies that you could use in order to get to your end destination. And the game is for all kinds of people and genders. I showed the game to Marilyn and I had her play it a little bit too, and I made her pick one of her own immortals in the game. And the player base consists of a lot of female players, and male and female players can socialize and interact in this game at all times, which is one of the best features of the game. It makes it a little bit more fun and enjoyable. It makes you feel like you're playing with the community. And when you're fighting in the battles, there's a bunch of different magical elements, positions, troop types, skills, dragon combinations. There's a bunch of different ways to win or lose a battle depending on your strategy and the way that you want to go about your fight. And then for Marilyn and I both, I think our favorite part of these battles is using the dragons in the battles. Seizing the cities and expanding your reach in Infinity Kingdom is a lot of fun, but my favorite part about the process is training the dragons in the fights, because I love watching them evolve from being these cute little critters to being these giant, massive, jacked dragons that can just go around and just destroy everything in the battles. They're really addicting and they're a lot of fun for me personally. It doesn't matter if it's the water dragon, the earth dragon, the lightning dragon, whatever dragon it is, they're all a lot of fun and they all have their own unique ways in these battles when you're trying to seize the cities. I like all the dragons in the game, guys, but honestly, my favorite dragon has to be the lightning dragon. I mean, look at this guy when he's fully maxed out. You could clearly tell that he does not miss leg day. Go download Infinity Kingdom by clicking my link in the description below, and make sure you guys use code Censor to save $50 off in-game rewards. Alrighty, guys, we are playing some Raid in 2021. I got my Dark Aether AK-74U. This thing looks beautiful. And basically the story about... All right, guys, anyways, yeah, so where do I even begin with this? So Marilyn and I started dating in summer of 2018. So by May of 2019, it's been almost a year at that point. And we were living together at this point in time. So obviously, you know, if we're living together, we're sleeping together. If we're sleeping together, we're eating together. If you guys have lived with a girlfriend or if you guys have a boyfriend, you know what it's like if you live with somebody, you basically do everything with each other. And well, you know, since we live with each other, we share a lot of intimate moments with each other, if you guys could catch my drift here. And to be a little bit more specific, when you have a girlfriend, they have, well, you know, it's their time of the month, hence why the saying, the expression is called, you know, the time of the month. So, you know, every single month, if you're in a relationship and you're living with your girlfriend, you know that they're gonna have their time of the month. And in Marilyn's case, she simply wasn't having her time of the month. So we spoke about it and we thought that the next best course of action was to simply just go to a pharmacy and get a pregnancy test and you know, go from there, because, you know, they're relatively cheap. They're easy to get. Like, thankfully, we can just all get a pregnancy test at our disposal. So we said, you know what, let's go get a pregnancy test. We both didn't think that it was going to come back positive or anything like that. We're like, you know what, everything should be completely okay. There's no issues. And so we went to the pharmacy and we got a pregnancy test, and, you know, it comes back in a couple of minutes. So we're just like, all right, like, we'll just take this pregnancy test, or I guess I won't take the pregnancy test. Like, I'm a guy. Like, obviously, I don't do the pregnancy test. She does the pregnancy test. You guys get the point I'm trying to get across here right now, right? She took the pregnancy test and it came back negative, and we had no issues whatsoever. And we're like, all right, like, no problem. Must just be something weird. Her time of the month is probably coming anytime soon. Nothing to think about or see here. We're just going to keep on moving on and doing our thing, right? Like, no problem. No, this is where things really start getting weird. Another few days goes by, and she was working at this job at the time. It was like this 9-to-5 job that she had. And I remember at that time, I was streaming full-time, playing Blackout on Twitch, and she was at the job. So, like, ideally what I would do is I would make my schedules around streaming, around her work, so that I could see her when she got out of work. Like, that was the way that I wanted to go about life. And, you know, I thought it was a really nice time, and everything was good. And, you know, I was just sitting there doing my regular routine where I would go to the gym in the morning, and then after the gym, I would get home and I would stream, and that would basically be the end of it. Dude, is it just me, or are these lobbies so much more sweaty with SBMM? I literally played one warm-up game off stream and nobody was shooting back. And then I just got into this second game here, and it's just like everyone is the Messiah. Like, I just want to breathe and enjoy and have some fun when I play this game. Like, I don't want to have to try so hard all the time. So guys, I'm a creature of habit. I like to do the same things every single day. So I wake up in the morning, I'm getting ready for the gym. I get over to the gym. I think that day I was actually getting ready to do some chest in the gym. It was going to be a great day. I was going to have a great workout. I literally just got into the gym, right? I go into the locker room of the gym. I start drinking my pre-workout. Life's good. Everything's great. And this is what I mean. Like, these guys literally aren't shooting back, and I get executed the second I say that. Can you believe it, dude? Of course. I get into the gym. I put my stuff in the locker room. I'm about to start doing my training, and all of a sudden Marilyn calls me, and it was kind of weird because she never really called me when she was at work. So I knew something must have been up if she's calling me. So I answer the call. And she's crying, and I'm like, baby, what's going on? She's like, I'm in the hospital right now. I don't know what's going on. I'm just in a lot of pain, and can you meet me here at the hospital, or can you pick me up from the hospital? I had one of my coworkers drop me off, and I'm just gonna need a ride back from the hospital to go back to work. And she's such a sweetheart, guys. Like, she never likes to ask for things, but she was literally in like a situation where she needed attention, and she needed like my love, and she needed me to be there for her. And I was like, babe, of course I'll be there 100%, you know? So like, what am I gonna do? Just like be like, oh, sorry, babe, gotta get these gains. Let me go finish my work and I get my shake and come eat. Like, no, of course, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing. And I just immediately left the gym and went straight to the hospital. I immediately go back to the locker room, grab all my stuff, immediately drive over to the hospital. And I started to understand, and I started to connect the dots, and I started to realize what was going down. I was confused though, because we took this pregnancy test and it came back negative. But she's telling me that she's in a lot of pain and she doesn't know what's going on, and she's never felt this before. And if she's going to the hospital, it must be a big deal. Like, she's not a type of person that just goes to the hospital to go to the hospital. Like, I've been dating her for over 2 years now. Like, that's just not Marilyn. That's not what she does. So at this point, like, I honestly just don't know what to expect as I'm driving there. It's like a 15-minute drive, and I started to get a little bit nervous, and I just didn't know what to think or what to do. So I pull up into the hospital, and that's where we took those photos that you guys saw in the introduction to this video. She was already waiting in one of the rooms, and the doctor already saw her, and he basically walked into the room, and he said that she had a lot of symptoms of a woman who could possibly be pregnant. And I'm just sitting there thinking in my head, like, no, like, this can't be happening right now. Like, this is actually reality. Like, the pregnancy test came back negative, but she's telling me she feels sick, and the doctor is telling me that she's showing symptoms of somebody who's pregnant. Wow, that guy just got smoked. Anyways, guys, like I said, though, the doctor basically, you know, had her in a waiting room when I was there. She was already in the room being seen, and I pulled up, and she already saw the doctor, and the doctor basically explained to us with his clipboard. You know, he had his, like, white gown on and his clipboard, and he was like, hey, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a pregnancy test. She was explaining the pains that she had, and it sounds like a lot of symptoms of a woman who could be pregnant. And we explained to them that, you know, she already took a pregnancy test and it was negative. And he's like, yeah, well, we just want to double check and make sure. So she took her pregnancy test. They're like, we're just waiting on the results to come back, and we'll have some more information when those results come back. So that's when we took those photos. About 10 or 15 minutes goes by, and we're just sitting there, we're laughing and giggling with each other, and like, we're not thinking too much of it. Like, she just took a pregnancy test. It came back negative. Everything's going to be fine, right? Like, of course she's not going to be pregnant. Doctor walks in the room, guys. All right. 15 minutes walks by. He gets really dramatic. Like, this literally seemed like it was a movie. Like, I wish I had my vlog camera with me and I was vlogging this entire interaction go down, because it was literally something out of a movie scene. He's got his white gown on. He's got his papers in his hand, and he basically just sits there for a second, and he's a little bit dramatic, and he just looks at us, and we're looking at him, and he's looking at us, and I'm just waiting for this guy to speak because he's the doctor, and I'm just the boyfriend. Like, I'm just sitting here in this hospital room, and I'm just waiting to hear, like, the information that's about to come to me. And he paused for such a long time. It must have been like 5 seconds, but it felt like 5 years. And then he just bluntly goes, well, your results for your pregnancy test came back, and they came back positive. You are pregnant. I looked at the doctor straight in his soul, and I turned and I said, she's pregnant? And he was like, yeah. Congratulations. And I'm just like, huh? I'm just going to be honest. I was shitting bricks. Okay. I did not want to have a kid. I was 24 years old. In one moment, I'm going into the gym and I'm ready to work out. The next moment, I literally see a doctor looking me in my face saying that my girlfriend is pregnant. And my second thought right after that immediately was, okay, Doug, and I'm talking to myself in my head, Doug, do not say the wrong thing right here, okay? Do not say the wrong thing right now. You just keep your mouth shut, you be a supportive boyfriend, and you stay in line. If there was a moment on this earth that I've experienced so far where my jaw could genuinely drop, that right there was the moment. And there was no witnesses. It was just me, Marilyn, the doctor. There's no cameras. There's no, whatever. There's no like, I'm thinking in my head, it's a championship in Call of Duty. It's like some milestone. No, like, it's just me, Marilyn, this doctor. And it all happened so fast because one moment I'm in the gym about to go train some chest, and the next moment my jaw is genuinely dropped, and I had no idea how to react, what to say, what to do. And the doctor just said, we'll come back in a second. We're getting the final results. We're just going to double check everything. But congratulations, guys. I'll leave you guys to it. You can discuss what you want to do from here. And in my head, guys, I always knew that I wanted to have a family one day. I still do want to have a family one day. I'm not ready to have a family yet at this point in life. I'm only 26 years old, and it's not something I'm comfortable doing in my life yet. But if I impregnated Marilyn, then a decision is going to have to be made, and I didn't even know how to begin any conversation whatsoever around this decision, and I just didn't want to say the wrong thing, and I just didn't want to screw up, honestly. And I don't know if you guys have had a baby, or if you guys have been pregnant with a girlfriend before, or if you haven't even experienced this before, but when that moment happens and the doctor is looking at you and says, like, it's positive, it's a fact, and like you're seeing a doctor say it to you, it's one thing if it's like a pregnancy test or something. It's another thing if a doctor's literally saying this to you. And I just genuinely was scared for my life. And he walked out of the room. I genuinely didn't know what to do, and I just kind of sat there and I looked at Marilyn, and I could clearly tell she had no idea what to say or what to do either. And it was a really, really eye-opening moment for me. It was like, holy shit, I'm going to be a dad. I genuinely could say, guys, I was not ready. I did not anticipate it happening. I did not know what to think, what to do. I wanted, if I'm going to have a baby, I want to make sure it's planned. And I was literally shitting bricks, okay? And if you guys have ever been in that situation before, please tell me in the comments, because I didn't even know how to have this conversation with Marilyn or anyone in my life. And I could clearly tell Marilyn didn't either. She had no idea what to say or what to do. So it was such an emotional moment for me and for Marilyn. I'm still getting emotional thinking about it, honestly. The doctor walked out of the room. He comes back 5 minutes later. And like I said, guys, when he paused for 5 minutes before saying her results were positive, that 5 minutes felt like 5 years, okay? When he left for 5 minutes after he told us that she was positive and she was pregnant, those 5 minutes felt like forever, literally forever. He walks back in this room, and I kid you not, this is a true story, guys. I swear on my life. He walks in this room with his same freaking clipboard, his same pieces of paper, his same gown, his little white dress or whatever. He goes, hey, sorry about that, guys. I made a mistake. It was actually wrong. She's not positive. It's a negative test. We're going to figure out what's going on here. I didn't know what to think, what to do, how to react. I smiled, okay? I was happy, and I couldn't believe that this was a reality. Like, one moment I'm going to the gym working out, the next moment I'm having a baby, and the next moment he's like, just kidding, guys. I read it wrong. It was wrong. Like, he literally said that he just made a mistake. And I'm just like, bruh, how are you making that mistake? Like, I don't know if this is a common thing or not, guys. I genuinely don't. But if you're a doctor, and it's one or the other, it's positive or it's negative, okay? I'm not a doctor. I never will be a doctor. But it's a one or the other. It's literally, there's no in between. There's no in between. And he just made me reevaluate my whole life and flip it upside down. And those 5 minutes were the longest 5 minutes of my life. I was freaking out. I'm freaking out thinking about it right now. I don't know if you guys have ever been in this situation before in life, guys. If you've literally went to a hospital and a doctor said that you were pregnant and then he comes back and says he's just kidding about it. But if you have, please comment down below, because I don't want to be the only one here, guys. I don't think Marilyn and I had to be the only ones. There had to have been other couples who have been through this, right, guys? It blows my mind. I couldn't believe that actually happened, and I just need to know. I genuinely need to know if there's any other relationships, any other couples out there who have been in a situation like this. That is the point of this video right now, guys. I want to know if anyone else has experienced this before. I'm sorry if you guys think that this story doesn't live up to your expectations. This is the truth and nothing but the truth. This is exactly how it went down. And to this day, I still don't understand how he made that mistake. And if you guys have ever had a doctor tell you that you had a baby on the way and then walked out of the room and come back in a couple minutes later and says, sorry, I was just making a mistake, please tell me in the comments if that happened to you and what the justification was for it and how you guys reacted to it. Because it's one of those things in my life where I look back and I'm so grateful that I didn't have a kid. I'm so grateful that when I do have a kid one day, it's going to be something that's going to be 100% planned and thoroughly thought through and agreed upon between myself and Marilyn. And I just want to make sure that we're 100% on the same page with that, guys, because I grew up with divorced parents as a kid and it was really tough. And I don't want to have that for my children one day. I want to make sure that when my kids grow up in this world, I do everything in my power, obviously with my wife, to make sure these kids have the best futures as possible and every opportunity to be successful and have a stable upbringing. Not that I didn't have a stable upbringing, guys, but having to choose between family members for holidays and going back and forth between your moms and your dads and then your dads and your aunts and then, you know, your mom gets remarried and they have a stepdad and you have 4 different families. It's just, I just want to make sure, like, I love everyone in my family, guys, and I don't want anyone to take it the wrong way, but I just want to make sure that when I have a kid, that kid gets everything in this world and then some, and he just has a stable life. And I just don't want to be a divorced family just like what I had when I was a kid. I just want to leave this world a better place and do better and learn from past experiences in life. So that's the pregnancy story, guys. There's a lot of other stories that have happened over these past couple of years that I just honestly haven't said or done, but I really want to be more active on YouTube. I really want to tell you guys more about our lives. I really want to go out and start doing more things. And this is just one of those things that I really wanted to share with you guys. Obviously, Mary and I spoke about this before I made this video, and we're totally okay with this, guys. If you guys have any ideas or any suggestions, anything that you guys want to see from Marilyn and I, please let me know in the comments down below. She is my best friend. She is a sweetheart, and I love her dearly. And I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun again because this whole quarantine thing and everything, I just want to be able to live life again, guys. I mentioned this in my last vlog. Go check it out if you haven't already. But I just want to go back to living a fun life again. And I just feel like obviously I love competitive Call of Duty. I love the gym. I love all that stuff. But I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but just life just feels like it went on hold. And I just want to make it fun again. So yeah, this is step 1 for me, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Please leave a like on the video. It really means a lot to me, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new. And yeah, let's just have a conversation and comment about this, guys. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. It's been your boy, Doug Censor Martin. I'm not a dad, and I'm out. Peace.